think we all wish we could get a little bit better sleep. But if you're like me, you don't have thousands of dollars to dump on a fancy new mattress or 3 hours to dedicate to a super complicated nighttime routine just to try to get a little more sleep. But that doesn't mean you have to suffer through restless sleep, because I have 5 micro habits that I'm going to share with you today that will improve your quality of sleep starting tonight. And to make it even better, they're all free and they all take 10 minutes or less. All right, so habit number 1 is to stretch before you go to bed. And I'm not talking about some 3-hour David Goggins stretching routine crap. I'm talking just a few quick stretches. For me, that's just stretching my lower body and a few arm stretches to get your body loosened up to go to bed. And there's a couple reasons why this is super helpful and super important. Number 1, it's going to reduce muscle tension. And have you ever tried to go to bed with like a Charlie horse or a sore leg? It makes it 100 times harder to fall asleep. If you just stretch and loosen up your muscles, have your body relax, it will be so much easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. When you release the tension in your body, it also helps your nervous system just relax and release. Again, just helping you fall asleep and, more importantly, stay asleep. And finally, stretching just helps promote the flow of blood. And that helps your whole body feel relaxed and in a state that's perfect for falling asleep. Our second micro habit is to take a hot shower before bed. Look, you're going to take a shower every day, or at least most days. You should, at least. That's up to you. But when you do it, take a hot shower before bed. It will do wonders for your sleep. There are a couple reasons why taking a hot shower before bed is so valuable. 1, it helps calm your internal body temperature. And science shows you sleep best when your internal body temperature cools. So by taking a hot shower, you naturally cool your body. So when you get in bed, you are in a better state and ready for sleep. Second, a hot shower promotes that blood flow that we were talking about earlier. Again, helping you get in a state that your body's ready for deep quality sleep. And finally, when you're going to go stretch, having a hot shower already relaxes your muscles, making it easier to get a good stretch and feel calm and relaxed without any tension that's going to keep you up and make you toss and turn. Our next micro habit has to do with our lovely devices that we all know, use, and love, and that is to limit the amount of blue light you get. And now I know you're probably saying, hey, I've heard this one before. Everyone tells me just stop using my devices a couple hours before bed to promote quality sleep. And that's true, and that's great if you can actually do that, or you want to do that, and you want to completely separate yourself from devices for a couple hours before bed. I, however, like to use my devices, and I like to use them up until bed because I put the kids to bed and I have some device time to do things that are important to me, things I care about, and oftentimes those are things on technology. So instead of telling you to just put them away for a couple hours every night, what I'm going to tell you to do is use the blue light shift on your iPhone, your iPad, your Mac, and try to limit the amount of blue light you get. Not get rid of it, but limit it. And luckily for us, our technology has great ways to do this. Now, why should you do that? There's a couple reasons. 1, blue light suppresses melatonin, which is the chemical your body naturally secretes when it's time to go to bed, and gives your body the warning that, hey, it's time for us to get some sleep here. Blue light also gives our body the sense that it's the middle of the day, the sun is up and bright. It kind of mimics that similar light quality. And that makes our bodies think that we need to be awake and alert and not asleep because the sun is up, and naturally that means we should be out doing things because we are not nocturnal animals. And finally, it'll disrupt our natural circadian rhythms, which are the sleep and wake cycles our bodies just naturally maintain. And by having blue light at night, it throws the cycle all off and our body gets out of sync. And the best way to get sleep is to that natural circadian rhythm where it should be, calming us down at night and getting us ready for sleep instead of being disrupted by blue light and thinking, nope, it's actually daytime, we need to be awake and alert. Tip number 4 is to journal before bed. This one probably sounds a little weird, but hear me out. One of the biggest disruptors of our sleep and the quality of our sleep is our minds and not being able to calm our minds or quiet our minds. We have lots of worries. We have thinking about the to-do list for tomorrow, the things we forgot to get done today. What do the kids want for breakfast in the morning? All of these things that are floating through our heads prevent us from shutting our minds down and going to bed. So what I do to help this is I take 2, 3, 4 minutes before bed to quickly journal about my day, how I'm feeling, how things are going, maybe my worries and concerns. I take my to-do list out and I jot down those things that need to happen tomorrow so I don't forget them. And by putting them on paper or putting them in a journal, I've given myself a chance to think through them, but then also shove them aside. Hey, I've taken care of these. I don't have to keep worrying about them all night. They're ready for me tomorrow. It's all good. And once you don't give the power to the worry, it gets out of your mind and you can get a quality night's sleep. This also helps me because now it's become part of that routine that I developed before bed. So I know when I'm journaling, my body knows when I'm journaling, that's a quiet, calming activity that's helping me get ready for bed. It's building in the routine, helping promote inside my body. Sleep is coming. Let's get ready. And finally, tip number 5 is to follow the 15-minute rule. What the 15-minute rule says is if you've tried to go to bed for 15 minutes and you've been unsuccessful, you're still just up, tossing and turning, can't fall asleep, it's best to get out of bed, go out of your bedroom, and take 5 minutes to do a calming activity and try to bring your mind and body ready for sleep. And once you're feeling tired again, you go back into bed and try again. You don't just lay there for hours on end, watching the clock, trying to convince yourself that you should be going to bed, fretting over the fact that you're not sleeping. Instead, just walk away, do a calming activity. Don't play some exciting video game or read some crazy book. Read a slow book, do some yoga, sit on the couch and just kind of process your feelings. Whatever it is, do something quiet, calming, and once your body starts to feel tired, your eyes get a little drowsy, you go back into bed and try again. A couple reasons why this is super helpful. One, it reduces that stress of and anxiety around, why am I not going to bed? I'm not sleeping now. I only have 5 more hours till I have to wake up, and that's going to make me too tired tomorrow. It gets rid of all that. You're not just sitting there thinking about those things. Instead, you've moved on. You're doing something else until your body's ready. Second, it's also going to stop your body associating your bed with wakefulness and instead help promote that feeling that when you're in bed, you should be tired and going to sleep. Last thing you want is for your bed to be a place where your body and your mind starts to think, oh, this is where we stay awake, we do other things, we watch TV, whatever. Your bed should be where you go to sleep. And finally, I don't know about you, but when I'm in bed tossing and turning because I can't fall asleep, I tend to reach for my phone and start scrolling, which makes my mind wake up. I get a rush of dopamine and I get a nice bright screen right in front of my face. If I leave and I know I'm supposed to do calming activities, I grab a book and I just sit on the couch and read it, I'm far more likely to actually continue to get drowsy and tired instead of getting stimulated and excited like I would if I'm in bed just with a screen right in front of my face scrolling nonstop. So just remember, if you've been in bed for 15 minutes and you just can't fall asleep, get up, do a very calming, relaxing activity, and then try again. I guarantee you it's going to be so much more effective than sitting in bed fretting about the fact that you're not falling asleep and getting yourself worked up. All right, so there you have it, my 5 simple, quick, free tips to help ensure you have a quality night's sleep every single night. If you have any other tried and true tips or tricks that I missed, please let me know down in the comments. I'm always looking for a way to get better sleep every single night. All right, that's all I have for today. Happy sleeping.